Hey guys, Mousing here bringing a Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're jumping into stage 5, the final new stage in the hybrids or future generation Blue Zone versus Gohan and Goten and Trunks part 2, and we are going to attempt to do the 6 Bond of Parent and Child characters mission. This one is quite tough. I think the general trend with these stages, as I've mentioned in the previous videos, is I don't think the stages overall are necessarily too bad. I mean, obviously, if you have like the newer units and stuff, right? We tried out some different runs on stream last night. Absolutely annihilated this stage with Omega's team and stuff like that. But to do the missions, it's that little bit harder. So we're going to go ahead and have a go here. This is with what is essentially a full Giant 8 power team. It is also a full GT Heroes team, but obviously by running the Goku as the leader, we get the higher leader skill, and then we can run the friend AGL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So we probably do still need a decent bit of luck, but we managed to do this on the stream. The reason this video wasn't out yesterday is because I was trying various different combinations of like an actual like Bond of Parent and Child team, and essentially used up all of my attempts for yesterday. So you gotta love the limited attempt events per day, right? So yeah, it's not the craziest rotation we could have started with. Okay, so we're going to need probably some luck for the second turn, because basically on the second turn, Gohan always supers in slot 1. On the second turn, Goten and Trunks super in slot 1. So on the next turn, as you can see, we've got, in terms of our rotation, all of our units that I would have wanted to put in slot 1 are on this first turn. So we're going to have to put like STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku in slot 1 and hope that he counters the super. Which he has a 50% chance to do, so just be a complete coin flip. But Gohan crits on his super, but Gohan has a lot lower attack for the first like 4 turns. He doesn't really hit that hard, whereas in the first 3 turns, on turn 4 he then gets an attack boost. So for the first 3 turns we don't really need to worry about Gohan too much in terms of damage, which is good because he can't be dodged. Goten and Trunks can be dodged. They start to build up attacks starting from the second turn, I believe, but they have like half the HP that Gohan has. So the strategy that I found for this team, or at least some of the teams we tried on the stream last night, is going for Goten and Trunks seems to be the best option, because Gohan has so much HP, it takes so long to kill him that Goten and Trunks are still just going to be there throwing out extra attacks, and they build up their attack as well. So getting rid of them first seems like a good idea. It does give Gohan a defense buff once these guys are gone, but at least then you only have him to worry about. And once you get like a decent few turns in, you can do things like obviously transform the physical Super Saiyan 4s into Gogeta, have him in slot 1 to counter the super every turn. So it can work, because yeah, we on the stream last night used the private server where there obviously are no attempt limits, because I'd already done all of my attempts during the day earlier when I'd attempted to record my videos for the day. Even with the like classic strategy, like on a day a new event comes out that has limited attempts, for the last attempt, like I really sort of have to just lock in and like use items and a support memory and everything, because I want to try and get that video out on the day the event comes out, and even then still manage to lose. So because the big thing with these guys is, like I say, Gohan always supers in slot 1 and can't be dodged. On turn 2, the Goten and Trunks will super in slot 1. So the thing that makes it difficult is if you've got a unit on your team, like say the STR Blue Goku, who will rely on dodging essentially, you can't put him in slot 1 on turn 2. Well, you could, but he can't dodge Gohan, and then can dodge Goten and Trunks potentially. But Gohan, obviously, with the getting crits and everything, it's pretty scary. Also, the fact that we have they do AoEs as well. The Goten and Trunks do AoE attacks on the second turn, as if it wasn't bad enough already. In fact, I think we probably might just be cooked, because they're AoEing straight away, and like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta doesn't have great defense until he attacks, and Goku didn't counter Gohan's super attack, so there is also that. But yeah, it's things like little strategies that you could do on certain other like teams. Like for example, you could put AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku in slot 1 in some of these difficult situations and just hope that he dodges. but he can't dodge against Gohan. He does have type advantage, so I think before Gohan gets his like massive attack boost, he probably would be okay. Yes, we've got both of them on the first turn again. I need the Super Saiyan 4s and then like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta to not be on the first turn. I mean, if Super Saiyan 3 Goku can just eat the Super from Gohan in slot 1 on turn 2, then maybe we'll be okay here, but yeah, it's definitely not an ideal scenario. And yeah, we're using the still temporarily boosted LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, because he can at least do some decent damage. He has the active skill, although he only has a 30% chance to counter a Super, so I don't know if him being in slot 3... First turn, Goten and Trunks always Super in slot 3, so there's like a little bit of added, like, I don't want to say easy because it's, or easiness, because obviously it's not at all, but like knowing that they always Super in slot 3 on turn 1 and slot 1 on turn 2 is obviously quite useful. Like, it's useful to have that information, but obviously in some situations it doesn't even matter, like having that information, there's nothing you can actually do about it depending on the starting rotations it gives you, which, if you know, is another reason why we love limited attempt events like per day, because you get a bad starting rotation, or like essentially unusable starting rotation sometimes, and it's like, well, that's one of the attempts just automatically down the drain, because you know you're not going to be able to get by. But we'll see what we can do. The Super Saiyan 4 is not getting any crits here, but they're getting a lot of stacks. We want to try and be able to not transform them straight away if possible. But obviously Gogeta gets a bit of a buff for multiple turns when he does his first turn's worth of attacks. So on on turn 3 we could probably just put Gogeta in slot 1 and then have the 4s get some attacks off without having to worry about getting super attacked. Obviously the big thing is Gogeta can do a lot of damage. Gogeta is not a Bond of Parent and Child character, which is obviously why we're not running him as the leader for the team. But it's only your 6 units have to be Bond of Parent and Child. So then running a Rainbow Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta friend obviously is a very good way to go. As long as he takes a hit, which obviously he will be here in slot 2, he'll be able to use the Dragon Fist on the next turn. So ideally, on turn 3, we'll be able to kill Goten and Trunks if we haven't already. 53 million for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Pretty good. And of course guaranteed crits, gets an action break as well, although I think their super is the last attack of the turn, so I'm not sure that the action break, it could have action break the super if we're lucky, but no, and he didn't counter. Good. But we take, well, not double digits, but close enough. Okay, so yeah, see, the other thing we could do, which would be really helpful but we didn't, is lose health on the first turn, so that we can then just transform Goku into the Azaru on the second turn. But as we didn't get that, we can't do that, so that's kind of annoying. I think that might actually be what happened in the winning run that I did last night, is we took some damage at the end of the first turn and then just Azaru straight away, which obviously stops Gohan from being able to super. It doesn't stop Goten and Trunks from being able to super though, I've learned. If units have like scripted slots where they attack, oh, he's got to dodge this. He didn't. Oh, great. If they have scripted slots where they attack using a like the Giant 8 transformation mechanic where it cancels out all the enemy abilities, doesn't actually do anything. So yeah, I guess we'll have to go ahead and... What's this one for? This is for Fused Fighters, yeah. So we just want the GT Heroes one. I guess we're just going to have to... like I say, go for that locking in strategy using the items and the support memory. We don't have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on the first turn, at least this time. So we'll see how we get on here. I'm going to float off the Goku still, because I'd rather keep the possibility of having the Azaru transformation like here on the first turn. Plus he still has Saiyan Raw, so... right, so target you. And then... just get the 18 key super for you, and then grab these for you. So yeah, this stage definitely tricky. Let me know if you guys got this done down below in the comment section, which team that you used. Like I said, it's tricky for the mission more so than it is for some of the other things. Like after we'd gotten this mission done on the, well, this run I should say, done on the stream last night, I tried it out with a bunch of other different teams, and we managed to get a couple of different runs actually done. But it's the mission itself restricting you to only being able to use the bond of parent and child characters. Because obviously, like I say, already this team would be better if we dropped like Int Super Saiyan Vegeta or like AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku and put on HEL Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but we can't use them because they're not bond of parent and child characters. Like Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta would be really, really good here with the 70% chance to counter supers for the first bunch of turns. Like he can put out some really solid damage, has the active skill turn, all of that good stuff. So like I say, the event overall doesn't feel super like unfair, like super hard when you're able to use any team that you want. So it's definitely the missions that are the tough part. And as I've said many times before, right, with this like end game content where these are supposed to be the hardest like fights in the game and everything, you know, if you have to use items here, then there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you have to come back at a later date when you've got a slightly stronger box, then again, there's nothing wrong with that. There is a mission for just beating the stage in general, and then the wallpaper that we get from this is for just beating all the stages in total. So if you can't do the bond of parent and child mission, but you can beat it with a different team, you will at least still get the wallpaper and a couple of stones from the general mission for just beating the stage for the first time. But nice, Goku did get the counter for the super here. Any extra damage we can do is obviously super beneficial. And with the temporary boost giving him guaranteed crits, like he's always going to crit on the super. So I think what we do here is all of these attacks weighted in slot 1. I think we just go ahead and Whis here. Because then we get the, I don't know, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not very good at taking the AoEs here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Grab these and grab these. It is a shame because the run, I think I just got very lucky with like the Great Ape transformation on turn 2 and stuff like that, but the run I did on the stream last night was a no item run with this exact team build. But it is what it is. Like I said, when it comes to beating these missions for specific categories and when there's limited attempts, if there was infinite attempts like in the day for these missions, I would just keep trying the mission like to go for the no items run for the videos. Not that it really matters like at the end of the day, but I do like to have that little bit of extra, like put that little bit of extra challenge in there. But yeah, when you've only got limited attempts per day, you can't really afford to be like, oh well, I really wanted to use no items, so now I've used up all my attempts and haven't actually beaten the stage at all. So we'll just do what we can to get it done. But yeah, Gogeta obviously able to do a ton of damage. If possible, it would be really good to kill Goten and Trunks without using Gogeta's active skill, because then obviously the Dragon Fist will do massive damage to Gohan. Takes a while to kill Gohan, obviously, because like I say, once you kill Goten and Trunks, he gets a pretty significant buff. But it should be good here. We've got the Whis active for the next turn now as well. So I think I need to double check actually how much damage Goten and Trunks do once they start building up their attacks, because I'm not sure, even with one Whis active, I don't know if we can put the physical Super Saiyan 4s in slot 1 unless we fuse with them, which obviously we can't do on turn 3. Because yeah, Goten and Trunks super for 3.3 million, but they also actually raise attack, so they super for 4.4 million straight away. And then starting from the second turn, they get 100% extra attack. But that's based off of their raw attack and not their super, apparently, when it's from the passive. So that means they go up to like 5.5 million, and then 6.6, and then 7.7. So we've got, like on this turn, their super attack does 5.5 million damage. And they're going to super, I think they're going to super in slot 1. So we have what, guard, which drops it down by quite a bit, and we have 40% damage reduction. Maybe we'll be okay. We just do like, just to highball it, Calca 6 million minus 40% is 3.6. And then these guys have guard and 2 million defense. I don't think that's enough. Maybe it is. I mean, we're going to kill them here this turn as well. This is why this would have been great if we'd lost that little bit of extra HP and actually had the Azaru transformation here. Then we would be fine. Because the Azaru would probably just kill Goten and Trunks here. But yeah, Gohan, until he starts getting his buff, he only hits for like 900k. So with these guys having guard, like, yeah, and a Whis active, they're not taking a lot of damage here. It's still 1.6, bro. Come on. What is this event? Seriously. Alright, well this is attempt number 4 out of 6. Like, bro, what is this?
Alright, let's do this.
I'm still relying on like getting a good starting rotation, which we kind of do here. Although I may have to put Goku in slot 1. Actually, I know that Goku, from experience, I know that Goku can survive the super from Gohan if he doesn't counter in slot 1, which means that we would then automatically get the Azaru transformation on the second turn. So maybe we just do that. Yeah, so we do this. And of course Goku might just counter it as well, but which he did. So actually now I'm not sure if we do take enough damage to get the Azaru transformation, because on the previous turn where we had Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the AGL LR1 eat the Goten and Trunks super in slot 3, he only took double-digit damage. So okay, it's 41 million for you. Take these for double-digit damage. 66 million for Gogeta. Obviously the big attack buff from Super Saiyan 4 Goku is quite helpful, and then he's also got legendary power from the Goku in slot 3. So in fact, I think, does the other Goku have shocking speed? He might have his full link set active on this turn as well. Again, those big crits, the Rainbow Friend, yeah, dropping big damage on Goten and Trunks here. That's what we like to see. The physical Super Saiyan 4s are on the next turn, so if we can't get the Azaru transformation, it's fine. The physical Super Saiyan 4s in slot 1 with the guard and 77% damage reduction should be fine. Although there will be the AoE, so again I'll probably have to throw the first Whis out on the next turn. Alright, well, we've done some big damage to Goten and Trunks. Maybe we could kill them here? I guess it depends how many crits, like, the physical Super Saiyan 4s are going to be able to get. Because, yeah, we'll do this. And then I'm going to use the Whis just to make sure that the Vegeta is safe from the AoE, the 2 AoEs, because his defense pre-super is not particularly great. And remember, Goten and Trunks start getting their attack buff literally from turn 2. So their normal attacks now do 2.2 million damage. And the way the AoE works is like the first target that gets hit takes their full attack power, and then all the rest are half. So it's still 1.1 million damage for the other people getting hit by their AoE. Obviously the Super Saiyan 4s on their first turn, they have the 77% damage reduction, so with the Whis they currently have 117% damage reduction, so obviously they can't take any damage here. And of course Vegeta dodged, so we could have just not used the Whis. I mean, I'm using a support memory anyway, so it's not going to be a proper no item run regardless, but always annoying when you use an item specifically around protecting like one unit and then they just dodge like any of the attacks that would actually hit them. But it is what it is. 12 million additionals, yeah, nothing too crazy. I'm not getting crits here either, which is not ideal, but looks like it will be turn 3 and we get rid of Goten and Trunks. But that's fine. We've got the Dragon Fist from Gogeta that we could use on the next turn. which then makes him strong enough defensively to go in slot 1, especially with the Whis active. So yeah, we should be able to get rid of Goten and Trunks on the next turn, and then that's when it starts to get spicy, because that's when we have the Gohan has his increased attack power and is still always going to be supering in slot 1. Now the good thing is we can, with the physical Super Saiyan 4s, when they fuse into Gogeta, they will counter the enemy super guaranteed if the enemy's below 50% HP. So once we get Gohan to 50% or less health, like the physical Super Saiyan 4s, we know will just always counter his super in slot 1 and we don't need to worry about it, which is obviously very good. Ooh, can Vegeta kill these guys? He'd have to like triple super, triple crit, I think. Okay, no, he actually wouldn't anyway. I got the triple crit, but that's only an additional normal. Okay, so in this case, what we will do is the AoEs there are going to be really annoying. I wonder if we just see if I active skill now, we'll kill Goten and Trunks, and then we don't have to risk them potentially supering in slot 1, which I feel like they might do here. We do still have the Whis active, so in fact Gogeta, what's his damage reduction? He's got like, is it 40%? No, 50. So he's got 90% damage reduction at this point. So yeah, like, I don't need to waste it on them. So we'll go ahead and we'll Dragon Fist Gohan, because then that'll do some big damage to him. I mean, I say big damage. He has 1.4 billion HP. So the more damage we can do to him, obviously, the better. And then put you in slot 1. I don't know if Goku... I don't think Goku by himself will be able to just kill them if he doesn't get crits. So we will just target him with you. And then do this, and then do this. Okay, so Gogeta, like I say, with the Whis active, Gogeta is not going to be able to take damage here regardless. So even if Goten and Trunks super in slot 1, it doesn't really matter. That's the only reason why I didn't kill them with the active skill, because we just dodge it anyway. So we take no damage from their super. 110 million. Oh boy. Hopefully the friend can really pop off with additionals here and we just do a big bunch of extra damage to Gohan, because yeah, that's them dead. And then additional 76.5. Nice. Alright, so this is where we're on the right track now. 84 million additional. Jeez. And Gohan's already supered for the turn, so everyone should be fine, especially with the Whis active. Vegeta maybe would be in a bit of a sketchy spot in a couple of turns' time, but before Gohan gets any of his attack buffs, like I say, his normals are only doing 300k on this turn. So in Vegeta at the end obviously will be fine. We've not dropped him below 50% HP, so we're not getting guaranteed counters, unfortunately. But it's a shame we don't have the Giant Ape turn this turn as well. Although we could work this out. This could be pretty good timing, actually, because we are going to... If I use the Whis on this next turn, we've got 2 turns of protection with the Whis. Then when we come back around to this next upcoming turn, we'll be able to use the Ozaru, because you can just use it from turn 5. So then that gets rid of his super in slot 1. I mean, he's buffing his attack. His attack gets buffed all the way up to like 600%. So that's quite a lot, but then when his normals only do 300k, it's like 300k plus 600%. His normals are doing 2.1 million, which is still a decent amount, but with some of the stuff, like with the setups that we have, it shouldn't be too bad. We can go ahead and use this here now as well. Just do an extra bit of free damage with the Goku. See, I can't tell. I don't think he's on 50%, so we won't get an automatic super counter. But at this point, his super's only doing... If he's got an 200% extra attack at this point, then this Goku, I think, actually does just tank his super. He doesn't have any damage reduction though. Maybe we do just Whis, because then that gives these guys some extra stacks, which then makes Gogeta more powerful when we do actually decide to bring him out. Oh wait, yeah. Except the problem is then I can't Giant Ape. I don't think that's necessarily going to matter as much. Yeah, I don't know, actually. That's... Because they do still have God. 40% damage reduction. He's going to super for... Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that. Okay, so, you know, the app unexpectedly crashed. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm going to have to reset up the turn. But this time I'm going to put these guys in slot 1. Because with God and 40% damage reduction, they shouldn't take damage from Gohan Super. Because with 200% extra attack, because it's only the first turn that he gets an extra buff, even with that 200% actually added on top of his Super, it would only be 2.7 million. So minus 40%, that's dropping down to around 1.6, 1.7-ish, which they've already got more defense than that, but they also have guard. So the Super Saiyan 4s in slot 1 shouldn't take any damage from Gohan's Super here. And even if they take some damage, we shouldn't die. Because, yeah, that's the problem. If I float off the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then we don't get... oh, the crit, of course. Uh-oh. Okay, well, this is bad. I mean, everyone else on the turn will tank normals, so I guess it's fine. But I definitely did not factor that in. I forgot about the crit. Because crit essentially, like, ignores the fact that they have guard, basically. So... Okay, well, I mean, when we fuse into Gogeta, we get a full heal. We've still got a Whis to kind of keep us protected on the next turn. But we need to get, like, a big heal off of Orbs, or otherwise we're going to be in trouble. Because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta without the Dragon Fist turn, I don't know if he will tank. Well, he's got the... Well, actually, he's got the Whis active, so he's got 90% damage reduction. So, yeah, he will tank the Gohan Super. But Gohan gets another 200% attack on the next turn. So his Super attack is now hitting for even more. But then on the next turn... Actually, the thing is, I reset and everything, but, like, I don't think we necessarily even need the Ozaru, because the Ozaru gets rid of the Super in slot 1. But because he's now below 50% HP... Like, when we transform the physical Super Saiyan 4s into Gogeta, they guaranteed counter his Super. So... Yeah, see, this is awkward. Alright, well, we'll do this. Do this. And we can do that. So we can get a little bit of HP back here. Back up to 61%. And then the Great Ape transformation from Goku will essentially end up giving us a full heal. Yeah, okay. Okay, so 65 million from Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But yeah, so you had to pull out all the stops for this one. Because, yeah, I feel like not transforming them probably is the best way to go. Because with his base attack, like I said, I think his base attack only ever gets as high as, like, 2.2 million for normals. Because he only has 300k normals. So plus 600%, which is what he eventually builds up to, is 2.1 million. So if we use the Ozaru to get rid of his Super from slot 1 at the beginning of the next turn, then... the physical Super Saiyan 4s just have to be able to tank a 2.1 million damage Super. Although now that I'm seeing how much HP he has, I'm fairly sure that the Ozaru probably just kills him on the next turn, with Goku dropping like 42 million attack stats here. And then we still got Vegeta to attack in slot 3 as well. Yeah, so I think we're actually fine here, because yeah, the Ozaru is just going to kill him regardless. Alright, so yeah, keeping Goku on the rotation, that's why we reset. Well, no, the game crashed, it wasn't my fault, right? But yeah, that's why we reset, because we need Goku on the next rotation. There's two different ways we could play this out, which is either we transform the Super Saiyan 4s, they guaranteed counter the Super in slot 1, and then we win. Or we just use the Ozaru, and then we win. Because these guys have enough defense that they would tank his normals regardless anyway. It would be kind of fun to just do this. I wonder if this would kill, and we could get the very rare KO screen from the GT active skill. No, unfortunately not. But yeah, I'm not going to take any risks. I'm fairly sure, like 99.9% sure, that we fuse into Gogeta with the physical Super Saiyan 4s, and then they just tank the normals fine and then counter the super and kill him. But on the crazy off chance that that didn't happen for some reason, then we'll just go ahead and do this and have the Ozaru kill him. So there you go. This was quite the ordeal to get this mission done. Let me know how you guys got on with the Bond of Parent and Child mission. It was definitely fun, like I say, on the stream last night, trying out some different challenges and just doing different teams. The Omega team absolutely destroyed this stage. I think literally like first try, which when you think about how, like I say, I used all 6 of my attempts yesterday and then multiple attempts today. But look at this. The Ozaru actually almost didn't kill him. Only because we got a couple of additionals, we actually end up getting the KO. That's crazy. Well, there you go. So that's Gohan, Goten and Trunks beaten with a full Bond of Parent and Child mission using the GT Heroes team kind of setup, Giant 8 Power / GT Heroes, with a friend Gogeta bringing the firepower. But man, that was definitely harder than it needed to be. So beat stage 5 with 6 Bond of Parent and Child characters, and then beat all the stages. That gives us our new wallpaper. I guess we can go ahead and throw on here for now, since it's our one we just got. And there we go. So like I say, let me know how you guys got on with this down below. What was your team build for the mission, whether you used items or not? Let us know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.